Good morning. Today we have to study the structure of brain, human brain. We have to know that human brain consists of three parts: forebrain, midbrain, or hindbrain. Forebrain is called thinking part, and midbrain and hindbrain is called the part which controls involuntary actions. Means we can divide two things. One, that is the all the actions which are taken by the body against the particular environmental factor or stimulus, and that is taken place after the proper thinking, proper analysis, that is called voluntary action. And if something is happening in sudden time, immediate time, without thinking, that is controlled by midbrain or hindbrain. We have to know that our brain consists of three parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. And forebrain is thinking part, means voluntary part, and the hindbrain and midbrain is controlling involuntary actions. Our brain is covered by a bony skull. You know that is bony skull. The figure you can see in the page number 118. In the bony skull, and that is called as cranium. You can say skull too, or cranium. And inside the cranium, we know that membranes are found. Three membranes are found, and these three membranes composes a particular one membrane that is called cranial meninx. Cranial meninx. Cranial meninx means that cranial meninx composed of three layered membrane. That is, the outer membrane is called dura mater. Middle membrane is called arachnoid, or inner membrane is known as pia mater. Means outer is dura mater, middle is arachnoid, and inner is pia mater. And inside this, the fluid is filled. That is called cerebrospinal fluid. Inside these membranes, between the membranes, the fluid is filled, which is purposed for absorption of shock or pressure or tension. You can say stress. So that fluid name is cerebrospinal fluid, and that is deposited among these three layers. And the composite name of all these three layers is cranial meninx, which is found just below the skull or cranium. And you have to know that is below this the brain is found. And we have to know that forebrain consists of three parts. One is cerebrum, second is hypothalamus, and third is thalamus. And midbrain is composing of a globe-like structure that is called corpora quadrigemina. Corpora quadrigemina. Midbrain is made up of. And you have to know that hindbrain is also made up of three parts. One is the pons, second is the medulla, and third is the cerebellum. Pons, medulla, and cerebellum. About the medulla oblongata, it is said that it controls involuntary action like the salivation, like the blood pressure, like the respiration, this type of things. And cerebellum controls balance and posture of the body. Balance and posture of the body. Balance and posture of the body, when I am sitting, what is my posture? When I am riding the bicycle, what will be my posture? When I am standing, and what is my posture? When I am playing in the field, then what will be my posture? So these all the things are controlled by cerebellum, which is the part of the hindbrain. You can see the figure of the forebrain of the brain. You see here, and that is given in the page number 118. This is total part. This total part is a brain. This total part is a brain. Forebrain, that is cerebrum. That is cerebrum. And this outer layer is cranium. This outer layer is cranium. This outer layer is cranium. Okay, now? And this cranium, below this cranium, a membrane is found which is known as cranial meninx. Below this cranium, there is a membrane found that is known as cranial meninx. And in this cranial meninx, there is a fluid form. There is a fluid form that is known as cerebrospinal fluid. That fluid is found, that is known as cerebrospinal fluid. And you know that this is the forebrain, and in this way, that is, here you can see this is the hypothalamus, and thalamus just behind this, that is not shown because that is embedded in the hypothalamus. Here it is the pituitary gland, you can see here it is the pituitary gland, and these are the parts. You start from the pons to the medulla, and this total part is known as cerebellum. This total part is known as cerebellum, and this is the spinal cord. This spinal cord and this brain makes what is central nervous system. Central nervous system. So this is the structure of brain, you can see. This is the structure of brain. And this figure has been given in the page number 118. Tomorrow we will discuss about the functions of the different parts of the brain. Thank you.